Once upon a time, there was a dear little girl who was loved by everyone, but most of all by her grandmother, and there was nothing that she would not have given to the child. One day, her mother gave her a little hood of red velvet which suited her so well that she would never wear anything else, so she was always called Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother said to her,
"Come, daughter, here is a piece of cake and a bottle of wine. Take them to your grandmother. She is ill and weak, and they will do her good. Set out before it gets cold, and when you do not run off the path."
I will take great care.
The grandmother lived in the woods, half a mile from the village. And just as Red entered the woods, a wolf greeted her. Red did not know what a wicked creature he was, and was not afraid of him at all.
Good day, Little Red Riding Hood.
Thank you kindly, Wolf.
Where are you going so early, Little Red Riding Hood?
To my grandmother's.
What's in your basket?
Cake and wine. Yesterday was baking day, so we made some food for my sick grandmother. Is to have something good to make her stronger.
Where does your grandmother live?
Deeper into the woods.
The wolf thought to himself,
What a tender young creature. What a nice little meal she will be better to eat than the old woman. Must be patient so I can keep her.
So he walked for a short time by the side of Little Red Riding Hood, and then he said,
This is a shortcut to your grandmother's. You go ahead. I'm going to go home. Bye.
Little Red Riding Hood raised her eyes, and when she saw the shortcut through the trees, she thought,
Suppose I take grandmother a fresh daffodil.
so she ran from the path into the woods to look for flowers. Meanwhile, the wolf ran straight to the grandmother's house and knocked at the door.
Who is there?
Little Red Riding Hood!
With the latch. I am too weak. I cannot get out.
The wolf lifted the latch. The door sprang open. Without saying a word, he went straight into grandmother's bed and devoured her. Then he put on her clothes, dressed himself in her cap, laid himself in bed, and drew the curtains. Little Red Riding Hood, however, had been running about picking flowers, and after finding the perfect daffodil, she continued on her way to her grandmother's. She was surprised to find the cottage door sprung open. So she went to the bed and drew back the curtains. There lay her grandmother with her cap pulled over her face and looking very strange.
But grandmother, what large hands you have.
All the better to hug you with!
Oh, but grandmother, what a terrible big mouth you have.
All the better to eat you with!
A huntress was just passing the house and thought to herself, how the old woman is snoring. I must just see if she wants anything. So she went into the room, and when she came to the bed, she saw that the wolf was lying in it. Do I find you here, you old sinner? I have long sought you. She took her axe and began to cut open the stomach of the sleeping wolf. When she cut into the wolf, she saw the Little Red Riding Hood shining. After that, the huntress helped the aged grandmother who came out scarcely able to breathe. Then all three were delighted. The huntress skinned the wolf and went home with her trophy. The grandmother ate the cake and drank the wine which Red Riding Hood had brought and revived. But Red Riding Hood thought to herself,
As long as I live, I will never leave the path by myself to run into the woods when my mother has forbidden me to do so.